We have work to get done.
See you later.
All right, guys, what is up? We right now are less than 2 weeks away from Sturgis. While you guys are watching this, it's like the week we're leaving for Sturgis. We just got back from Harley-Davidson's homecoming. We have bikes in pieces. We have work to get done.
I'm still trying to figure out which bike I'm gonna actually ride.
I think we're all stressing out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the bike that you plan on riding is still sitting here like this with no wheels.
We're waiting for the wheels. They're supposed to be here on Friday. They didn't show up. I'm like beating up our chromer, so we'll see if we get them this week.
I sent out my shocks. We just changed my gearing. You can see there's a fresh chain. We put a 24 tooth counter sprocket and a 47 tooth rear. Before it was a 2349, I think. So it was very fast on the bottom end, but on the freeway, it barely wanted to go 80. We got this thing to where now it cruises about 90 comfortably. We're gonna do the shocks. It needs fresh tires. That's simple. There is something special about that bike. We'll get there in a second. I'm thinking like that 1 year Juan left on his Dyna and he's like, my tires aren't awful, but then you ride 2,000-3,000 miles there, you ride another 1,000 there, next thing you know you're on bald tires by the time you're done. So a set of fresh tires before you leave the road for 10 days is not a bad idea.
Yeah, look at Dom's tire, dude.
Okay, so let's start with this.
It's missing a whole line.
All right, so what's up, dude? What are we starting with? You just came in, you look stressed out.
For those of you know, it's my dad's old bike. It's 1959 Pam shuffle top, and this is my go-to for the trip. This is what I'd like to ride.
How long has your dad owned this bike?
Since before I was born, he was putting it together. I mean, he's had multiple panheads prior to this, but this was the last like rigid hardtail bike that he ever rode, that he built. I remember as a kid sitting in his buddy's Chevy Nova, and he was going to pick up the tins to get painted, and he was holding on to the side of the door. The bike had no tins, no motor in it. He's bringing the rolling chassis over there so they could assemble it at a buddy's house.
That's this Dom on his dad's bike
Dom?
as a little kid.
me.
We got Dom in, he's estimating about 1995, and Dom in 2025. When did he like kind of pass this on to you?
Gave it to me, I think I was 16 or 17. I think I got my motorcycle license in like I was 17 years old, so I started riding this like in my high school days. Another big reason I want to ride this bike, I'm not getting any younger, I want to ride a rigid. My dad always wanted to ride this cross country, so there's a bit of meaningfulness behind this whole process.
Did he ever ride it to Sturgis?
No,
His bike fit to Sturgis?
didn't. We talked about it this morning. I was talking to him this morning about it, and bottom end's not been rebuilt in years, and I'm not sure how tight the motor is, but good luck. I've always wanted to do it. Blow it up, I'll kill you. So
When I first met Dom about 15 years ago, I had a Dyna and my FXR, and he used to come ride this with me and my buddies. He would ride it like it was a Dyna. And I would always say to him, like, dude, you can't ride this thing that hard. Like going 80 on the freeway,
Yeah, I
and
remember-
ripping the canyons pretty hard.
One of the times the top nut came off my triple trees and like something else had fallen off, and you guys were like, what the hell are you doing? Kind of going over a checklist. Like I want to talk to you guys. Obviously I have my other rigid bike I could ride. I've already kind of mocked up a sissy bar, bent it. I just need to get it on the bike. And
You want a bigger sissy bar, that way you could roll a duffel bag.
Definitely fresh tires, brakes, need to go through and Loctite stuff. Yeah, clutch needs a little adjusting because it's sat for a while. The clutch plates were kind of sticking together this morning. It's one of those things, I'm not sure how many days I'm working next week, so kind of under the gun. And I don't want to be fashionably late. I like to have my stuff together, neat and tight, so.
I overheard you saying like, should I just ride this one or should I ride my other one? You guys have seen his other one in other vlogs. It's a darker looking bike, has like a black and blue tank on it.
Yeah, Springer front end. So the problem with that bike is, you know, 1 gallon of gas, so I gotta obviously carry extra
It's a
gas.
1 gallon tank?
I do have those turquoise 3.5 gallon tanks that I could, and I have the brackets I could weld up to the frame and then put those on, but those are disgusting inside.
On the other bike.
I
Yeah,
think
on the
that
other
bike, if it goes, you gotta ride it as is, because that's what makes it look sick.
Yeah.
Like that's what everyone knows.
But then
you're just gonna have to wait for me and
every
everyone's
45 miles. We know tires is a must.
Front end needs rebuild. It's leaking.
Okay.
just top off along the way. That's not my major concern. Brakes,
Okay.
tires for sure.
Front brake, back brake, front rear tires.
The tanks, I was looking inside. I mean, they don't look terribly dirty. They have been sealed, so. And I do have an inline fuel filter. I would like to clean the carb and just make sure my jets are clean. I'm gonna run the newer Thrashin larger tool roll, bring a bunch extra nuts and bolts, jets for the carburetor, fresh plugs. I got a little laundry list of things that I'm gonna bring with me just to.
Me and Juan, like we said, we're gonna be riding our FXRs. Dom's gonna be on a chopper. Now, keep in mind that yes, guys have made it that far walking.
Yes.
People have walked across the United States. People have ridden regular bicycles across the United States. So by no means are we in a competition or trying to prove to the world that, you know, a certain bike can make it there or something like that. But we're just riding a bikes we have never ridden to Sturgis. So this is gonna be exciting for us.
Yeah, for me, this is like a life goal and accomplishment, something I've wanted to do for a long time. And I think this is the year. Like I said, I'm not getting any younger. Everyone's on carbureted bikes, so.
So you need to get that parts list together. We need to look on the internet if we can get the parts in time.
Yep.
Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to do to that bike, off topic of this, but before we leave and gotta look for parts, hold this. I bought this. I haven't seen it yet, and they've been sitting here for about a week. All right. If you guys know the story behind the bike that Juan is planning to ride to Sturgis, that was originally Cole Seeley's bike. The first time he moved to Idaho, I ended up buying it off of him. And I said, hey, it can be here. Anytime you come back to Cali, you can ride it. So it's been a company bike basically ever since then. Juan can ride it now. We've never really liked that tin set.
It just got overshadowed by this bike. Cole's old bike is really sick. It's got the V111. It's a red bike.
And when he said this bike, because I know you guys can't see it,
but
it got overshadowed. This bike looks so good. Bright blue, polished mags, always looked fresh. And this bike, the basic casted wheels on it, it was rough. So he's like, I need chrome wheels.
I definitely was like, all right, bro, if I'm gonna be riding that to Sturgis, it's gonna look proper. Like it has to look just as good as the red bike.
So then we did it all. We were like, all right, let's get you chrome 6-piston brakes over the stock ones. We'll get you some new rotors. There's a couple more components. We got them the rear one. We got a bunch of stuff. Another crazy thing that happened was, how the heck did that's the rear axle.
I couldn't get it out. I was like, what the hell?
So I had the stock rear axle. We're gonna put that in there because I have a different swing arm. But shop bike, I wanted it to look completely different, not just those components. So there's a guy on the Instagram, Skis or something like that. I reached out to him and said, hey dude, I need a bright set of tins, something for an FXR. Within a couple weeks, he reached back out, he had something. I grabbed this, I didn't tell Juan about it. Dom has no idea. It's been sitting here at the shop and I wanted to open it up on camera for you guys.
So did you get this before we took off?
I got it before, it's been here for like 2 weeks. It's like Christmas morning right now. You got the front fender, look at that. You guys can see the color.
Got the rear, here we go.
A bitchin' blue.
Boom.
Look at that. Keep in mind, these tins are 35 years old, so. Look at that. Dude. I just felt like we don't have a blue FXR. I don't even have many blue bikes. And when he sent me this, 2 FXRs, completely different, but both like beautiful and bright.
Oh,
it's like turquoise blue.
Dude, look at that.
Oh yeah, sun definitely does adjust to that. That pops now.
Same model, so we don't need to worry about. This would be a more pain in the butt to put on my FXR. Pretty turnkey. So I'm pretty excited about that. So imagine this bike. He's getting the wheels chrome. We got all chrome brake calipers, ocean blue tins. I'm sure there's a name for them. Imagine that thing rolling down the highway. And I love having extra tin sets around. That'll be our second extra FXR tin set.
Here's a new rule. No more scraping these fenders, all right?
I won't scrape this one. In fact, Cole scraped that one.
Damn.
There it is.
You guys, I patiently waited like 2 or 3 weeks to open this. We could all enjoy it together. So, thank you.
Yeah, it's chilling. Not burning any oil. That's good.
Looks good. We're not puffing any smoke. I mean,
not a Springer front end, so it'll be a little nicer on you, right?
The story behind this bike really makes it.
Yeah,
for sure. But
the old man, you know, isn't doing too well health-wise, so he's gonna be super proud. And
so let's give it an A for effort try, right? And like, how's your other one in case, you know, 2 days before we're like, dude, it ain't road ready.
It runs and it's fine.
All right.
I think backup. If both of Dom's bikes don't work, we got the DX carbureted.
Yeah.
It's carbureted. I think we got to go all hands on deck on this bike. Let's make
it. As long as you got your help.
I got you, brother.
All right, let's do it.
Brakes. We need to find out if the brakes are good. Obviously, we're gonna do new tires, right? So either way, the back tire has to come off.
They sell them in the catalog. They're either arced or non-arced, and if you don't arc them, since it's a radius for the drum.
Yeah.
I didn't arc them. I didn't know when I was young. Lock the brakes up, snap this brake leakage.
Nice.
Pay attention, make sure you do that.
Land snapped the brake linkage not too long ago.
Yeah, the ducktail on Dom's, dude. Proper 1970s.
There it is. All right, let's see our...
Oh, you got plenty of life. Oh, they got life, but they're a little cracked out.
Yeah.
I would replace them.
Obviously these are old school drum brakes, but it's basically just you pull this hairpin here, press your springs, pull those out, put new ones back in, reverse the process, and that's it.
This is the last time you're gonna see this bike looking at burgundy red. Taking the line off so we can try to drain all the fuel. Is it empty?
It's coming.
I think this bike's empty, dude. Gas is on. Well, gas tank's empty. I went through all the trouble of trying to drain it properly, but
Just because it was like the balance.
See how blown up those forks are? They just compress and just randomly pop back up.
You could do seals on this pretty easy.
Yeah, 41.
There,
now, look,
you're on.
Juan, I think we're good on the front, buddy. Yeah, not too bad. I don't see any cracks, no issues. Interior cable's a little bit chewed up, but
Let's just still leave this off, right? Because we're gonna do tires.
just leave it off. Just make sure your accelerator pump inside there here. A little look ski. See that?
Fender is probably 5 minutes from coming off. Got 2 more bolts and the fender will come off.
So right here is where you have your points on these old pan shovel heads. Just want to check that, make sure your gap's good, make sure your condenser's good. Bring it up on the lobe, make sure it's opening properly. Advance when you go to kick it, rotate it.
Boom, just like that. Do we put the blue one on there just to get an idea what it looks like before Lance shows up? Dude,
That's gonna be pretty sweet.
I don't think I've ever seen an FXR this color. Tank off next. It still had gas. Looks pretty clean, no major grime. This is a fuel level sender, which for some reason the other tank did not have. Transferring this over to the other, and I'll go ahead and put the petcock on it as well. That way, we'll just be ready to rock. So. Boom. All right, boys, so I've been working on Cole's bike. I got the tank on here. I don't think we filmed that last time. Still making a lot of progress because the plan was to ride this bike to Sturgis, but I got a little surprise, so let's go check this out. All right, don't show what we got. This is something that I've been working on for a really long time. You ready, dude? What do we got? Check it out, dude, check it out. Ooh. 1999 FXR3. This is not the bike that was in Arizona. This is a different one. We saw it on eBay. After Arizona, I saw one just like it and I was like, I gotta have one. And that one slipped out of my hands. And I was just looking every day online on Marketplace, eBay. One day this one showed up and I had to jump on it and just got here.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about the green on the tank, but it looks pretty sick.
Now we got all those bikes to finish. I added another one to the list because obviously I wouldn't ride it like this. We're gonna do bars, risers, pipe. So hopefully we have enough time, but let's get into the shop and give it a real like. After the one in Arizona was sold, Marketplace, eBay, and I was like frustrated because there isn't a lot of them for sale. They only made like, I think 900 total FXR3s, and only, I don't know, most of them were this color. The blue one's more rare, but I like this color. Every single day I was on Marketplace. And then basically I realized I was searching the wrong thing on eBay. I was searching in like parts and accessories, not in eBay Motors. One day I was like laying in bed, it was like midnight, and I'm like, why am I only getting parts? And then I saw saw that it was an eBay Motors, and I switched it, or Parts and Accessories, and I switched it to Motors, and this one was the only one for sale. It was just posted. I was like, I got to make an offer on it, and I sent you the link, like I think that day or the morning, and like they accepted it. The lady that owned it, she was really nice. She actually watches the vlog. She called me and told me the story on the bike, so I'm even more stoked on it. She's had it for like almost 10 years and has kept it really clean and always did like the right maintenance, start it properly. The bike's name is Allie. She said that was her name, so I think I have to continue the tradition and keep calling her Allie. Right. Hey, brother.
This would be sick outside of the pub.
Long time to get this thing in here. Honestly, I still want to make more progress on this bike. I want to get it done, and I want to have it as an option still to ride it to Sturgis, and I just don't want to have a 10th bike taken apart in here. So keep moving along on this, and maybe end of this week or beginning of next week I'll tear into my bike. I'm just gonna do the basics, bars, risers, pegs, get it ready for Sturgis, but I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. I want to keep it mostly original, again, because this is the first TVO FXR3. I won't do anything crazy on it, and see that?
Slide it in, do it slow.
Sliding it in slow. Looks like the bolts are a different size. Well, we gotta make it fit, so bust out the grinder. There it is. Easy peasy. All right, so we got all the races out, the old races out. We probably should have done that before we sent it to Chrome, but I wasn't sure if we were gonna replace the bearings or not, but we ended up getting new everything. So now that we got the races out, we're gonna chase all the threads, make sure it's all clean, blow everything off, make sure there's no debris in there, and then we're gonna install the new races, new bearings, and then set the preload on them, so.
How it starts.
And do something or not?
Like a bill for it? Did you get it? You got it going?
Yeah.
This was the one that I was scared of because it had Yeah. All right, we pressed in the new race here. Everything's looking proper. We're just gotta do that 3 more times.
Here, this one's just gonna sit on top of the race.
Yep. All right, this is a tool that I was trying to convince Lance to buy. So it's a bearing packer. Show him how good that thing is, dude.
Alright, you'll see it.
Dude, look at that. Proper.
Rather than packing it on your palm or pressing down on those other ones.
I'm literally sending this to Lance because I was fighting him about ordering it. Nah, I mean, for this side, no shims. This is the left side where the speed sensor is. Like butter.
Yeah, and then just push it flush, and then we'll check one thing after too. So there's a lot of different depths of these seals. If you use like one that's too long, it's gonna ride against the bearing, and then it's not gonna roll nice. Yeah, so.
Since we left off, we finished setting the wheel bearing preload. We put the spacers in there. I put the tires on front and rear. Now I'm getting the rotors installed. We got ARP hardware. Making a lot of progress on the blue bike. It's looking good. My boy Dom pulled up this morning and tinkering with his throttle tube, and then I look over and look at my guy's bike.
Juan's making progress. I'm over here backtracking while it's gonna reroute a new throttle cable from a new throttle setup. So I got cruise control for the trip. Realized that one of the tank tabs for the lower mount is broken. So that's definitely something we need to repair before we get on the road. So I plan on working on making a new sissy bar. I already have one bent up, just need to weld it up. I was trying to do a little mock up here. I think I'm bringing this bike. I won't have to throw any extra gas cans or anything on this one. So just, mocking it up, we'll tack it up, make sure it fits, and
all right, Dom, it's 5 o'clock. Everyone's gone. It's just us two holding down at the shop. What do you got? What's our progress?
I got a mess, as you can see. I mean, I literally have stuff everywhere.
Bro, look
Filthy
at that.
dirty. So we got a fender strap underneath here, bent. Gonna shape it here on the bottom. Mocking the sissy bar up. We like the angle.
That looks pretty clean.
Throw the bag on there, have something to lean against. Yeah, I'm happy with the progress on this. Gonna go grab some more round stock. Little spacers here to pad out the fender evenly on either side. Few little hiccups today. Throttle cable, replaced that. So I could have cruise control for the ride. Cable was kind of an issue, had to track one down, so that took up some time, made a big chunk up the day. But we did get the sissy bar tacked up. Happy with the progress here. Need to add a mount for the chain guard. One for the exhaust here, which we already kind of mocked up. Finished tacking everything up.
Nice.
But yeah, today was a day. It was just, I don't know, today's Friday, but it felt like a Monday. Locked my keys in my truck after I got back from running to get some material for the sissy bar. And
I mean, this whole week has been pretty crazy. I did not get as far as I wanted to on the blue bike. I'll like show a little bit of a teaser. I don't know. That, yeah, it looks freaking sweet, but I still got a lot to do. The rear brake lines for the new rotors, spacer, and a couple odds and ends. I might do new risers on it, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Lance will be in on Monday, and we'll see how far we get.
What up, guys? I'm back. It's been a couple days since I've been here in the shop, and I know that Juan has a lot to talk about to bring me up to speed. Some new stuff is showing up that I'm really excited to show you guys, and we're excited to test and use on our way to Sturgis. I also heard a lot of that Dom was struggling working on his bike.
Look at Dom's bike.
And we're about 4 days away till we depart for our trip to the 85th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. 13 to 1400 to get there, and we'll end up putting 2 to 2500 throughout the trip, and then
yeah, I don't think you've seen Dom's bike in this condition, but the parts pile around Dom's bike has grown every day. There's another tank here that he brought in because we were trying to fix his old tank. They saw one of the tabs was broken, but this tank he brought was also broken and like JB welded on the tab.
So it almost seems like that's a common occurrence on this sort of bike. So I've heard some horror stories of Dom stressing out. Luckily, he has the whole week to hang out here. I guess he was working on this and mother effing this thing.
This thing kind of broke a little bit, but I think it's gonna work now. We got full actuation, so that's good. Yesterday, I didn't really film too much, but we fully welded the sissy bar. I think there's still some areas I'm gonna clean up that's not done.
So you guys did this.
Yeah.
Dom bent this tubing, and then you guys figured out how to mount it.
Made the bunks to mount the hoop. We made a bunk for this. We made a bunk for the exhaust. So it was like 50% done, and then we had to do the 50 time-consuming part done here, but it's all done, ready to go. He's gonna try to polish it. And then the biggest thing right now is gonna be getting this tab. So you kind of give him some material, and you kind of shape this tab there
To hold the tank.
to hold the tank. Yeah.
Okay.
So yesterday I was like, we got to let it vent out for a couple days because you don't want to weld on it when it has gas in it. But I was blowing it out, and as I was blowing it out, a bunch of rust came out of it. I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah, you
but
can
like,
see that.
check this out here.
Yeah.
So that's something we need to take care of because it's gonna clog the carb if it.
I showed up and you were like, I don't know if Dom's riding that bike to Sturgis.
So that's why I've been trying to have an extra bike.
First of all, I'm like mind blown. It's so cool to have red FXR, the RT in here, beautiful green FXR, which I haven't even had a second to check it out yet. So this showed up. I was hoping to be here when it showed up, but God, it's insane. So Juan finally got his FXR3. So less than 1,000 made. Like you guys saw, we got the blue tin set. Juan's been working on getting it dialed, and the bike looks so dang good. Holy cow, I can't wait. I want to pull all these bikes out in the parking lot and just like have them stacked. It looks so
100%.
good.
Even just like hanging out here, working on the bikes, and I just look up and then you see like the sick lineup of like cool FXRs, cool new bikes. So obviously, I've been waiting for, or I've wanted this bike for a long time.
Okay, so I was gonna start questioning you on this. So you've been wanting the bike for a long time. If you guys remember back in Arizona, he almost bought one. He got a little trigger shy and couldn't work a deal out with the dealership, but I honestly think you got a better one.
Yep.
This thing looks insanely clean. Frame is like so clean. I mean, there's like the tins are freaking perfect. You're not gonna ride it, Sturgis. Sit on this thing.
Dude, honestly, if we needed to go right now, this thing, I could get there. Obviously, you know, I would want to put our bars and risers on it, but
A little too much sweep.
yeah, these bars just not my style.
You got the Viper green seat.
Yeah, what's
It's a
up,
little
Chris?
much.
Where you at, bro?
All right, so Chris over at Saddleman said he already sent us a couple FXR seats to update our bikes to not only have more rounded like my FXR seat that I've had for years, but also add the Thrashin TPR on them.
Sick.
So we should be able to throw that on the red FXR, the blue FXR, and the green
So
FXR.
I texted Chris yesterday. I was like, I sent him a picture of this. I was like, dude, you got any seats for this? He's all like, no. But when you're done with that bike, I want it. I was like, I'll give you this.
I've been showing people that you got it and everybody's jealous. And I'm jealous too. I would really love a blue one. So if anyone out there has a blue one and is watching this, call us. What's the plan, dude? So you made some progress on this bike. All right, tell me right now. You got 4 days to get these bikes ready, maybe 3 days. I still need to do some stuff on my bike. The tires don't look like they've been changed.
They have not been
Thank you,
changed.
Dunlop, for sending the tires.
Yeah, I didn't say that. We got freshies on these. It went together really smooth, and it just like, man, the chrome with the fresh
Dude,
rubber looks.
It looks insane, especially the new Feuling air filter, because if you guys remember, Cole had tipped the bike over and our air filter was smushed on there, so it's nice and fresh with the Feuling BA air filter now for the carburetor. The chrome wheels with the new polished rotors with the chrome calipers with that turquoise blue tin set.
Everyone that walks by is just like, dude.
Do I want to ride my red one or the blue one?
Whoa, dude, that was.
They're both sexy.
But I mean, that was the whole plan of this. And like, you know, there's been a lot of things that like we've had to figure out because it's a lot of custom parts, like with the brakes and all that stuff. And like we did the wheel, so we did new bearings, and then we did preload the bearings, and we've been working with our buddy Eddie from Ed's Custom Shop, and he's been showing me a lot of cool like FXR tips and tricks because that's kind of his deal.
Yep.
And it's been a cool process. It's kind of been sometimes like a headache, but it's been cool to like learn it and like get more involved with these like older FXRs.
Are you going to spend a couple days trying to get this running, or at least to where you want? Juan already sent a pipe out to polish. I know his intention is to try to ride this thing to Sturgis. Do you believe in yourself? Are you going to make it happen, or?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, 100% you're riding this bike to Sturgis?
This is what's gonna happen, right? 4 bikes to choose from.
Okay.
And then in the next couple of days, we're gonna decide. But
All
my
right.
goal is to get this bike, the
This
blue
bike,
bike,
he's pointing to this one.
blue bike, ready to rock. I think we're a day and a half away.
Okay.
I think my bike, realistically, in one day, I can put bars, risers, pegs, throw my pipe on, throw our new bags on.
Okay, yeah, with the new bags, let me show you guys what has shown up and is ready for testing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of our all new saddlebags that just showed up. They need a little bit more work to them, being that the backing and stuff is not bolted on yet. It is in the bag.
We need to rivet this on. We got the rad feature, which is like our mechanism that we need to install. But we're gonna get these ready. They're gonna be at least on 2 of our bikes, if not.
Well, I know Josh needs a set. A couple people want a couple sets of these. So we might be testing all 5 of these sets on the way to Sturgis, which is great. We've already tested them for thousands of miles. That's why you guys have seen them in vlogs. But now we're gonna test them for even more through different weather. And they were originally designed for Softails and Dynas. And like kind of last minute, because we decided we're taking FXRs, came up with a way, bring the bag over there, show them kind of how these plan on getting installed. So again, this was kind of like an afterthought on how we can make them work on FXRs. This was not our original intention, but it is pretty cool. And so we thought about docking so they don't have to sit behind the shock. You actually dock off of the shock.
The shock, so it's gonna sit something like that.
All right. And so let's show them what you designed.
So that's kind of what I was working on right now. We got this, I was machining this spacer here. That's the nice part about having the lathe. You could just make this exactly so where you
So that
need it
goes
to
in
be.
there.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that fit in it.
And so it basically flushed out the strut, and then it's going to allow us to put another bung here, which should then put it at about the distance of a Dyna. Sorry,
Yeah, the
bung right there.
here. Distance within our adjustment range.
By the time you see us going to Sturgis, hopefully they're on the bike. We have one more surprise for all of us here, for you guys as well as us. There's something showing up in the mail that we ordered weeks ago, also ordered with like the do what you think we would like. So none of us have seen what's about to show up. It's something special for the trip, and I'm really, really excited. So as soon as the UPS driver shows up, we're gonna have something really excited, and we're gonna keep working on these bikes. It's about noon. The helmets have shown up. I have no idea what's on my helmet. Chris at Airtrix did not show me anything. I had a lot of say on what Juan's color helmet was and the direction of it, but also he only showed me photos of it about, I don't know, 40% done. And then as for Courtney's, I saw the idea of it, but I don't even think I've seen any bit of like the actual colors of the helmet.
I have.
So,
I've never had a helmet painted. It's something I've always wanted, but like, you know, never
I
actually.
hope Lance did a good job, because if he picked your situation.
I trust my boy Lance.
all right, here's the deal. Here's the deal. We have no idea what's in here. Again, this is exciting. I have never had a custom painted street helmet for riding Harleys. I've had plenty of them for dirt bikes. My first one for riding a Harley.
Let's get to
We
it.
don't know whose this is. We don't know.
We don't know.
And you open it.
We don't know.
Oh, it's in there.
You don't even know if it's
I don't know
yours,
what mine
'cause
was.
yours looks like-
All right, ready? 2, 1.
Oh,
That's Courtney's.
That's sick.
so good.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
What do you think?
Gold
I'm
leaf.
so glad we said yes to gold leaf. That is nuts. Look at the detail. Like,
Yeah, that's sick with the gold leaf going through and then the Thrashin.
Sure,
And
and
see
the
like the little like
turquoise, the fade.
purple little dots. Look at that.
dude, look at the T-lightning bolt C on the top.
Yeah, and like that gold leaf on
With
the
the
top.
cream, like just shadow.
Try it on. Careful.
So
Don't
scared.
drop it.
Get out of here. You know
Don't
what?
drop-
I actually did have a custom painted helmet when we got married almost 13 years ago, and it said Mrs. Corey.
Yeah, but that was like
it.
that was just like hand letters.
Is that big
was,
left?
I was proud. I'm just gonna wear it around the shop and see. You know what I mean? Look at, I'm wearing cream right now. This is like
at
the
that.
It's part
fit.
of your
Cream.
This
face.
is literally
Top to bottom,
If I
that's
don't
your
show up
style.
to work every day with this, like, am I even ready for the day? Open.
Damn.
That's
I see you, Brant. Can we make a shirt like this?
Yeah. Next up, there should be 2 lids in there. He has no idea what I asked Chris to paint.
Put all my faith in my boy Lance.
All right, well, we'll do them at 2 different times. All right, I don't know whose this is.
Drop my.
That was mine.
Oh my god.
Oh, you asked for the chrome.
Yeah, how sick is that?
That's like the
My
3D paint too, right? Is that,
Yeah.
That's so mean. Look at the gold in the front and the top. Oh,
Dude,
the
Chris.
sparkle. What is
Chris
that called?
never,
What's that called?
like, he always amazes me. Oh my God, dude.
You look
Look at
like
like,
you look like a
look at the
Tron.
oranges and the gold flake.
You look like a transformer.
And that blue.
That's insane.
Dude,
yeah. That
You
looks
better keep that
badass.
far away from little Lance.
look at that. Look at that lid right there. Look at that. That is so sick. It
Okay.
Says, so it says Thrashin wrapping around all the way to the
Dude.
front.
That is.
And then the
so
T
gnarly.
lining won't see.
I've never seen a helmet like that before.
How sick is that?
That one. That's
That
gonna
blue
be.
looks sick.
Dang, dude.
That one looks so good.
Everyone says I gotta ride this thing.
Yeah, because it makes the
Juan, can I ride it, dude?
I'll make some calls. We'll see what we can make happen.
Looks like we got some work to do because I just started changing the tires on the red FXR. Courtney loves her helmet so much she hasn't taken it off.
What do you mean? I'm gonna go to sleep like this.
You ready?
Put your hand in the helmet and
Dude! Oh, see you later. That's sick. Oh my god, dude.
Okay, wait. You all know Juan loves his chrome. Okay.
chrome and black.
Dude, look at that.
Wow. Yeah, look at the taco
Taco
Slayer.
Slayer, that's right, baby.
And I had him do the three-dimensional
3D,
chrome.
Yeah. So
It's actually perfect for
it
you.
looks like it's like embossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Or
I gotta put this
machined.
on.
I want to look more at Juan's.
Looking pretty good. Hold on, let me see. How am I look on my butt?
That's a Juan helmet if I ever saw one.
He did a good job. That's all my style right here.
All right, how do we look? Sick. All right, so I don't even think the camera can pick it up that well, but explain what's going on
So
here.
it's like almost like this layer. It almost looks like it's like pressed into it,
Yeah.
like you like bead roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly that. It looks like it's bead rolled, like all the edges, but it's flat.
Even
Wow.
this one like looks like it has some dimension to it, but then
Yeah.
Dude.
How sick is
But
that? Wait, hold on.
let's-
Stay there, stay there. Taco Slayer.
I don't think I can use it. I don't want it to get.
He like captured each of our personalities to a T.
Yeah, so
Like, that is-
so I did spend about 45 minutes to an hour with him on the phone, going over like Juan's colorways. I was like, he likes black and chrome, and he likes straighter lines. He likes more like race inspired. And then I was like, Courtney, let's go for a kind of 1950s style pinup. He came up with the pearl and the cream and the gold leaf coloring. And then I said like maybe add Lady Luck on it or something. Like, and then with mine, I was just like, I love my two-tone orange Dyna. I was like, I love orange. And honestly, there was a helmet my first or second year riding to Sturgis, Jesse Rooks wore. He painted it and it said Sturgis like that, kind of like going through the helmet. And I sent him a picture of his helmet. I was like, I really like this. There's a really cool picture on that helmet. This was the helmet that Rooks wore. So Sturgis 2015. He painted me on the back doing a wheelie right there.
Oh, I remember that helmet.
Taking a selfie.
Oh, I remember that.
Even in 2015, like all the boys knew, whether it was Chris Woods at Air Tricks or Rooks, they all knew like if Lance is on the road with us, he's gonna have a camera. He's gonna be taking pictures or videos of this whole trip. So you can see how this says 2015, and right there is me doing a wheelie in that lineup. Yep. You can see it has that same kind of like that flow where Thrashin comes all the way around.
So we'll ship these to Sturgis, right?
I posted it July of 2015. This was my second trip to Sturgis. The first time I ever went to Sturgis was 2014. This was on the top of Rook's helmet. So it's me wheeling the FXR.
Look at it says I love me.
And hey, there's a Thrashin logo on it though.
Dude, it made it. Look at those knees.
There's something fake about it though. Look, he's scraping fender.
Oh, I scrape fender. Go look at my FXR. Go. RIP to Jesse Rooks. That's like somebody that I rode to Sturgis with a couple times early on, and we had some good moments. Even the three of us in Milwaukee. I remember one of the last times I was with Jesse. He was telling me about his career in the V-twin world and trying to get into distribution with his parts. And I remember sitting with him in Milwaukee and him saying like, dude, you're killing it. You're doing it right. If you're doing it right, I wish I teamed up with you. Like it was really, really cool. And Jesse is somebody that I looked up to even on my first ever chopper that I had built, where I put the FMF pipes on it, and those pipes were made for him. So Jesse's been somebody that I've been in contact with in the V-twin world since 2005, 2006, and been someone I looked up to. His bikes that he's built have been incredible. His style was always great. We have some amazing funny stories on the road. Rest in peace to Jesse, but also like to be able to even take this helmet to Sturgis 10 years later from the time I rode with him and he had that blue helmet on, and I looked over at him riding with that blue helmet for the whole 2 weeks. I was painted on it. Like how special was that for me? The Thrashin logo was on it very early on in the Thrashin days, and it was just very, very special to me. Things that I'll always remember, and to be able to ride with this helmet to Sturgis that has so much characteristics of that helmet reminds me of those days, and is painted by Chris, who painted that one as well. We all have these 3 helmets.
That's right.
And now they're telling me I should ride the blue bike to Sturgis, which then means Juan has to get the green bike done.
One's gonna be working late nights.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll get it done.
But that's it, guys. We have so much to do. It literally, if I don't get this footage to Travis, this vlog won't go live before we leave. He has a crazy 2 weeks ahead of him. Think about this. We're gonna be going back to back to back with our vlogs. I believe starting July 28th is our goal. July 28th at 4 p.m. PST. And then every day after at 4 p.m. PST. That's our goal. We're gonna have the van following us with the Wi-Fi, with the computer, with power, so that way we can charge the batteries, we can keep the footage getting back to Travis to get it up on YouTube. So be ready. It's gonna be a crazy week, epic stuff. We have a massive group. One of the things that Juan and I set as a goal, and we forced everyone to do, was everyone has to ride carbureted bikes.
Everyone was like not stoked on it earlier, and now everyone loves it.
Fired up.
Yeah, everyone's super happy about it in the group chat. Like it's been sick. It was a great idea.
So I'm excited to see Luke's bike. He's been building a twin cam FXR with Evo cases with some sort of crazy heads with a custom exhaust and some weird dual intake manifold or something. Dom's been struggling trying to get his pan shovel to work. Even the 2 Lane Life guys, my dad, Galen, Josh, they stepped out of their realm and got carbureted bikes.
And they've been riding them like the last couple of weeks, seeing them. I'm like, that's sick. Like Josh, he just went on a trip with his Dyna. It's super cool. Everyone's stoked on it.
And we convinced Juan to buy a carbureted bike. This is his, not his first carbureted, but his first carbureted Harley. Well, you might have a carbureted Sportster, I guess, sorry. Carbureted bikes, we got camping gear. The goal is to camp a couple of the nights on the way. We have some fun stuff planned for us to like enjoy the ride there. We have our ride, 2 Lane Life Burger Bash on the Saturday, I believe the 3rd, Sunday the 3rd. And then we have our ride on Tuesday the 5th. of August in Sturgis. We're gonna be giving shirts away, tacos away. It's gonna be crazy good. The next 2 weeks are gonna be insane. We have a lot to get ready. You guys are gonna see which bikes we ride on the first video.
Yeah, we still don't know at this point, and we're leaving in 3 days. So.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We love all you guys. Thank you so much for the support.
See you later.
Peace.
Oh, neato.
Ellen, I don't know if the cream could ever be any more meat. I just.
Oh, dude, finally, a road pack showed up.